I'm back again to do another video. So today I'm going to be covering the PlayStation Portable Kiosk. This is a tabletop variant. Um, I got this from a trade when I purchased a PlayStation 4 kiosk monitor. It was the TV, the brackets, and then the bracket that holds the camera underneath the kiosk. A guy traded me for this. Eventually what I ended up doing was I did the trade and I got this sucker, but what I decided to do with this is I've decided to not keep it. I'm gonna get rid of it. I've gonna sell it out. But I wanted to kind of cover this kiosk before it goes because these are very difficult to find. I try to find online any kind of documentation on these, how they work, signage, if they're complete or not. I don't know honestly if it's complete or not, but it's functional. The kiosk unit is attached. It has the power, has the brackets, and so let me go ahead and turn on the lights to cover that. So there we go. There is an LED square board here. A bunch of LEDs lights up this face here and shows you the sign. I've only ever seen this sign on these kiosks from the other pictures that I could find online, so if there's any other artwork, I don't know. Also, there's an LED strip inside of here that lights up this sign up top. It's kind of cover that. It's covered by 7 bolts here in the back, and then it's bolted to the actual kiosk down here, so that holds it in. And then the power goes down here and here. And there is a power strip for the power supply, and then there's a little board on this side where all the LED lights connect to. So you can actually add more LEDs if you want to in there, because there's about, you can't see in the camera, but there's about 4 more slots open. So if you have that connector type, you can just put in the LEDs and it'll power it, and you can add LEDs on the sides. I think this came with a hole here on the side, which is not a hole, with a locking mechanism here, but it is gone. Looks like they kind of were rough with getting rid of it. These 2 bolts grab on to this, so this is held in place by those bolts here on the sides. It looks like this grabbed onto the slat wall, and then there's a bolt here that bolted to the slat wall to prevent it from being stolen. So from the looks of it, I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, it's very difficult to find any kind of documentation on these. I don't know what this is for, this top section. Honestly, I believe that there's probably some kind of artwork or something that would attach to this. It has 2 bolts here in the back that just kind of bolt it to the kiosk. I was going to go the route of putting some kind of magnetic signage here, like, Peace Walker or Kingdom Hearts, Birth by Sleep, something there. And then I was going to make another piece of artwork that went on this back panel here and cut it, kind of similar to what I did with my Nintendo 64. Make some artwork to go in here and kind of give it a little more character as far as like what kind of games you want to show off on this kiosk. I was even going to go maybe the route of making a sign back here where I took some of the assets here but changed up maybe some of the stuff down here, where instead of focusing on what the system can do, I would change the artwork to say more of like the games that were available and when they came out type of thing, and kind of get rid of this signage. But because I'm selling it, I won't be doing that anymore. I'd rather take the funds that from that sale to hopefully do another purchase that I can showcase in the YouTube channel in the future. No promises yet what it is, but hopefully I do get it. Also, to cover this kiosk, the way the console is attached to the kiosk is it has 2 panels, 2 plastic panels that grab on. One comes from the bottom and then one comes from the top, and then this bracket, this metal bracket goes in the middle, and then it sandwiches, the bolts sandwich both of them together, and then it has a locking mechanism down here in the bottom that kind of locks in place too with the clip, and it also routes the wire for the power in here so you can't reach it. If you want to turn on this kiosk, I was provided this. I've seen other pictures of other people having this as well with their kiosks. So this is a little pin that goes in there so you can turn it on, because you can't reach in there. I did notice on this model, I can't adjust the volume. I don't know if it's because it's a kiosk model or not. I couldn't see anything to tell me it was a kiosk model, but I can't adjust the volume, but everything else I can adjust. So I'm not sure. They didn't put any demo discs in this per se from what I've gathered. The only thing they did was they put games in there. This has Loco Roco, I believe. So I'm not sure if that was a common game they put in these. Honestly, if you wanted to change a game out on these, it is a very big hassle. You have to unbolt these 4 bolts here, and then you got to remove both covers to even service this this system. So that's a very cumbersome way of doing it. And then this bracket goes in there and bolts. I don't know if this is original or not, unfortunately. I don't have any pictures, but it bolts down there to that piece and that. So there's about 3 pieces. There's a bottom piece that bolts to the kiosk, this bar that extends out and bolts to this, and then the actual plastic mechanism that bolts to the kiosk. So it's quite an interesting way they did this. And then this plastic cover is on the front of it, so the screen is not going to get scratched by anybody that wants to play with this. So that's a good thing. This is very sturdy. It's not going anywhere. So there you go. And then it starts playing the game. Oh, it doesn't have a memory stick apparently. Let's continue anyways. So there it goes. It's starting the game. And there you go. See, I can't control the volume, unfortunately. I can't control home. I can't control the brightness. I don't, yeah, I can control this stuff. So that's the kiosk in its entirety. I've seen other kiosks. Apparently, there's some models that had the PSP here, and then they sent the video signal out to a top huge PSP replica type looking. I mean, it just had a monitor inside of it, or a TV inside of it, and it had the shell of a PSP on the top section here. Those are very rare to find as well, but that's cool. Honestly, this is one of the harder ones to find from what I'm gathering, just because of the fact that I haven't seen a tabletop. They're so hard to get documentation on, but I figured, hey, I found one. Let me document this. If anybody else ever has one, they can kind of look at mine for reference while I still have it in my possession, and they can kind of get ideas. I mean, honestly, if you have these plastic covers, you can make your own brackets to attach to the board. I mean, you can just go to Lowe's and make some of these metal brackets if you need to. So that's always a good option if you don't have the original stuff. What else can I say? It's a pretty neat little kiosk, honestly. I would have kept it, but, you know, I'm a big Nintendo guy, and, I mean, I do have the neon signs up there, but I don't know, I don't have any sentimental value. I mean, I do love the PSP, don't get me wrong. I played it I played Peace Walker and Birth by Sleep. Peace Walker, Birth by Sleep, and Maverick Hunter X. I played those, like, a lot. I had so much fun with those. And then you can hack them, and you can play, like, your SNES games, and I did that, too. I think you can even add PlayStation games, which I did. I remember I played a lot of Mega Man Legends on these, I believe. Oh no, it's on the PS Vita actually. I played Mega Man Legends PS Vita because you can do the same thing when you hack them. But yeah, these are really fun little kiosks. If you ever get a hold of one, they're pretty hard to find. But hope you enjoy this video, everybody, and have a great day. I'll hopefully post another video soon with some other stuff that I found. But I kind of want to find a little more things before I make a video covering the finds that I've made. But it's been a crazy year. But I've been making some really good finds. Everybody, have an awesome day. Bye.